Maintenance on a comfort pack. Very, very similar to that Skymark unit we did the other day, but different. Still a package unit. This one is even more inconvenient to cleaning. You will see why. Let's open it up though. So you got the filter here. This covers the evaporator coil, which is right there. And this guy, it's got the drain for the evaporator there, secondary drain. So to do the cooling maintenance, everything electrical is there. You gotta take this guy off. I don't remember if you have to take these two off. You have to take the whole cooling chassis out, which you'll see why that's terrible. Here's all your electrical, capacitor, contactor, transformer, low voltage terminals. These are your ports for your suction and your high pressure. So the reason why this is terrible is because you have to pull the whole cooling chassis out, which is literally this. It's got the compressor, I believe it has the blower. You gotta take the drain off, you gotta take this drain off. You gotta make sure that drain lip, the plug, like the nipple doesn't hit this and crack. And there's a lot of screws if I remember right. Maybe they simplified the design. This is a newer model that I'm used to. But yeah, I'll show you that. Alright, took the jaws on my compressor wire, that one, and the fan wire, which is that one. Top drop is good. It looks like it's only 10 degrees, but I promise you it's more with 38 supply. 49 return just because we are outside. It's not actually 49, it's 62 inside. So yeah, that should be about a 20-degree temp drop. Alright, checking the cap. $34 off of $35. Put that back on so we don't forget. On the fan. Get to that. I pulled both wires off. I pulled off the common and the fan because I couldn't get to the fan. And 5. Alright, now let's see if they updated the design on how to pull this cooling chassis out. I only work on these about once a year. I worked on this one 2 years ago, but it wasn't this one. It was an older one. The compressor went out on it, so this one is a new one. The one I worked on last year that I had to pull the chassis out of had screws, I want to say, on every side. This one kind of just looks like it's these four, and then it comes out based on what that plate says. Disconnect these wires because it looks like this is going to slide under. Pull this off. That one should be able to stay, but I gotta pull this one off and tuck it under. I'm gonna pull these screws out and get back to you. I got the plate off, and then I think this chassis is just gonna slide out. Okay, so it's heavy obviously, but you gotta lift up and just kind of drag it out. Okay, with this one you don't really have to worry about the drain apparently. And you have to do this to get to the coil, the condensing coil, so you can clean it. I don't know where that wire goes. I don't remember seeing it. I'll get back to you. The last one I worked on, you had to do this just to get to the ports because the ports were on the back side. Your compressor, maybe a little accumulator or muffler, filter dryer, manual reset pressure switch, condenser fan motor. I mean, the coil is completely on the other side. Oh, here's your blower. Oh, liquid suction. Didn't see that earlier. This thing is only about a year old. I'm not going to take it all the way out because I know that condenser is up. It's actually pretty dirty. Well, that's all stuff that got through the filter, isn't it? I don't want to take it all the way out. It's pretty heavy and I don't want to break anything. Let me make an executive decision real quick. This one's actually on the first floor. It's not bad on the outside, but the inside is actually what gets dirty because it pulls. It goes that way, which is actually highly inconvenient. Yeah, see, that's where it comes in. Actually, that's where it gets blown through. No, that's where it comes in. It gets sucked out this way. So yeah, I gotta get in the back of that and brush it. Doesn't need to come all the way out, but I do need access to behind that fan motor. Alright, so I got a brush back there. No big deal. I have a brush for that. Ingenuity. Now I don't have to rest against my knee. Alright, we're gonna keep brushing it. That's about as clean as I'm capable of getting it right now. So now we're gonna put the whole thing back in, put that plate back in, screw it in, turn it on, and get out of here. But yeah, see why this is so much more inconvenient than than the Space Packs? Nope, Skymarks. Because that one you can just remove the motor, climb in the unit, brush it down. This one, you gotta pull the whole air conditioner unit basically out, and then you can only get so much without taking this fan out, which I don't have a bit this size. I only have a 1/2 inch. This is, I think it's like 9/16, and I'm not gonna do that with wrenches right now or a socket because that one would be especially difficult. Maybe not to get out, but to get back in. And this is just a maintenance. I'm not biting off more than I can chew. It's a lot cleaner than it was. Got most of the big dirt out. Granted, it's a micro channel. They clog up pretty easy, but I'm not too worried about it. Shouldn't give us too many problems. So, yep, put it back together, make sure it's running, and we'll go from there. Those wires went to the door switch. I don't know why I'm stupid, but yeah, that's what those wires went to on the side. All right, make sure it's back as far as it can go. It looks like it is. That's touching. Oh, I can't get any more, so now the plate just slides in. Screw, 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 screw. Put the wires back on. Turn it on. Put the filter back in. That's it. And the drains. Let's do that now. So this one goes underneath here. And goes there. This one shoves in. This one goes back here. And just tighten this worm clamp. Good, good, good. Get this plate back in, which right here. Add the plates back in. It seems flat, so the chassis should be all the way in. Drains line up. Everything looks good. Wires are back together, so I should just be able to flip this like this. Now we're back to normal. Perfect. I love when things work the way that they're supposed to. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. Post this in a little bit. You guys keep working. Peace out. Have a good day. Listen to that. It's beautiful. this is updated after cleaning. I put my probe in there, close the door, and up here, and we actually have an 18-degree temp split, not a 9 or a 10, whatever I said earlier. So this is actually perfect. All right, now peace out. Have a good day. Keep working.